Welcome to episode number 36 of Turning $100 into $1 million, the series where I risk a whopping $100 of my own money in an attempt for your entertainment to turn it into $1 million. We do have another stock to look at in just a little bit. In today's episode, we're also going to be looking at the usual profit and loss numbers, and let's take a look right now. So we have RF. RF still holding in the green at 158 up or 7.27% in the green. DGLY a little bit more in the hole at $36.08 or 39.71% down. Levi now just down 58 cents or 2.22%. I was so excited to show you because it was actually in the green yesterday. I was going to show you guys, look, now 3 of my stocks are in the green. I was all excited. Unfortunately, though, it did go back in the red, but you can take my word for it that it was in the green yesterday. Viacom 1154 up or 75.92% in the green, and OXLC 360 down or 9.04%. And if you would like a free stock, you can go ahead and use my link down below in the description. When you sign up with the Webull, you'll get 2 free stocks free on me, one valued up to $1,400, all free on me when you use my link down below with the Webull. Let's take a look now at the charts. So we have RF. RF is 30 cents down. It did tick up 3 cents after hours, 2.52% down. The Dow has been on an amazing streak. Green, green, green. Today, though, it did drop just a little bit in the close. 5 days, though, for RF still maintains a positive, as it is up about 8.5% or about $1. And the 1 month also looking great and green at 16.75% or $1.71. So RF is in an uptrend, and that's what's causing me to be in the green for so long now, with quite a few episodes now that we've seen RF maintain the positive. If it could break through 12, then 13, that would do it, and I think I would then sell this stock soon after. We also have DGLY. DGLY took a drop. I thought it was going to maintain 3 and change, which it was for a long time. It was floating above $3, but now all of a sudden decided to break through, and now unfortunately it is after hours if you include $2.49. Has taken a beating over the last few weeks. We'll have to see what happens. It's not totally finished. There is still life left. At one point back in July it was at $2.60, so perhaps that could be a bottom, and perhaps we could see a bounce back in tomorrow's trading day. We will watch the stock. Maybe I'll cut losses and sell it, but it's not totally finished and burnt to dust just yet. Levi, 9 cents down. If you include after hours, basically break even. And 5 days, nice uptrend for the last 5 days. It's gone up about 6% or 70 cents. 1 month also still in the green. Not by much, only about 4%. 6 months though, it's really just trading sideways right now. Just waiting for a large move either way, but really just trading sideways. Viacom, great day today. We had 45 cents up and then 6 cents after hours. 5 days it's not up too much. It's only a few cents up if you do the 5-day chart. But the 1 month, it is up over 10%, or about 2.5. 6 months here, you can see the noticeable uptrend. This is looking great. I'm liking what's happening. Might sell Viacom soon. OXLC just up a cent today, 5 cents after hours. 5 days, it is still down though, about 3%. 1 month is maintaining in the green at about 4.5% or 18 cents up. Odd price movement here. Doesn't want to break through this top that we saw back in June, but at the same time, it's still showing steady growth. And the stock I wanted to look at in today's episode is going to be the stock Flexible Solutions International Incorporated, or ticker symbol FSI. It is a penny stock right off the bat, and not much movement today, only 2 cents up. But then you'll start to see what's going on with the stock if you look at the 5 days. So just the 5 days alone, it is up over 11%. If you look at the 1 month, up even more at about 40% or 73 cents up. And if you look at the 6 months, now you could count over here starting back in February, which would be about 30%. But if we do it from the worst of the market of the pandemic, which we'll call around right here, it's March 23rd, universally considered the worst day of the entire pandemic, it is up about 150% or 155. So this stock has shown a pretty steady uptrend. It hasn't had any drops that are too significant that would hurt the price. A little bit of sideways movement here back in June, but otherwise still a nice steady uptrend. So is there still more potential for this stock? Well, let's take a look. So we'll start with this article right here. Flexible Solutions International stock is soaring, but financials seem inconsistent. Will the uptrend continue? Most readers would be aware that the stock increased significantly by 85% over the last 3 months, but we wonder if the company's financials would have any adverse impact on the current share price momentum, particularly paying attention to the ROE today, or return on equity. And it's basically a test of how effectively a company is growing its value and managing investors' money. In other words, is it a profitable ratio which measures the rate of return on capital provided by the company's shareholders? So you look at the calculation, the formula here for return on equity, and why it's important. And so we're going to look here a side-by-side comparison of the earnings growth and 12% ROE. So the past 5 years, it is growing 1.7% as the company, industry is growing 9.3%, and the market is growing 13.4%. However, the last year for FSI has not been good. It's been down about 22%, 20.5%, and 2.8%. Now, there are multiple interpretations here. It is rather ambiguous. In spite of the high ROE, the company has failed to see growth in its earnings due to it paying out most of its profits in dividends and almost nothing left to invest in its own business. With that said, the latest industry analysis forecasts reveal that the company's earnings are expected to accelerate. So the company doesn't have much cash on hand as most of it gets distributed to shareholders. However, the industry is expected to increase over time. So perhaps not this company is the tycoon, the head of the industry. However, maybe another company in this industry would be more of a viable pick. And then this one from Yahoo Finance, returns on capital at FSI paint an interesting picture. This talks about the metric of return on capital employed, or ROCE. That's a measure of the company's yearly pre-tax profit relative to the capital employed in the business. Gives you the formula for that figure. Trend isn't fantastic. Around 5 years ago, the returns on capital were 16%, but since then they have fallen to 11%. So although given both revenue and the amount of assets employed in the business have increased, it could suggest that the company is investing in growth and the extra capital has led to a short-term reduction in ROCE. If the investments prove successful, this could bode very well for long-term stock performance. Yahoo does find it promising that revenue and capital employed have both increased for Flexible Solutions International. The stock has done incredibly well with a 115% return over the last 5 years. Long-term investors are no doubt ecstatic with that result. So should these growth trends continue, we'd be optimistic on the stock going forward. There's definitely risk with this. You'd have to count on all of the analytics continuing to go up and hope that this company does stand out in its industry. You will get a nice dividend with it, 5.75%. Dividends are often a good sign that the company is stable and can continue to pay out profit to shareholders and still have enough to reinvest in the business and whatever the company has as far as overhead costs. Just last year, the stock was as high as 4 and change, but then it took a rapid drop and then continued to drop even more so, even before the pandemic and then into the pandemic. Even the max chart, even going back as far as 2004, the stock never really pushed further than about 5 and change. That was the highest it's ever really been. So there isn't too much growth potential per se. However, if it did continue to go up and perhaps break out of these all-time highs, then you could see this go to infinity. So if you want to take a bet on that, all the power to you, but it's not something that I would probably touch. Net account value took a awful drop. Now it's at 170.21. We were at 180 in the 180s, and then I was excited, like I said, to show you that Levi was back in the green and I was in profit on Levi. Then the market dropped today and DGLY dug a deeper hole. So we'll have to be patient and hold on. But I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up, smash that like button. And if you'd like to see more episodes and videos from my channel, hit that big red button, the subscribe button, and hit that little notification bell as well, so you're notified every single time I make a new video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one.